I'm good.
Did we get used to these early games?
Do I get used to them?
Yeah.
What you mean?
It's different from the usual routine that you have, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's okay.
Same starters today?
Yes.
What's the challenge of preparing for this Brooklyn team that's had a few days off, but, coming in here tonight? I think Ben probably coming off the bench, but we'll see. But what's the challenge with this team?
Well, number one challenge, they have Kevin Durant. That's a challenge in itself. But then, now, with Jock being over there and Steve gone, probably doing some different things that you've seen him do the last couple of years, it's probably going to be a little different. But the biggest challenge is just us getting better on a night-to-night basis on what we need to do and how we need to get better. But the challenge over there, right now is Kevin Durant.
Different. I'm sorry. I apologize. In your mind, what have you seen and how different they're looking under Jacques than how they looked under Steve? Things are doing differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different now, just a small sample size, but, without Kyrie being there. And, Summer's playing aggressive. It looks like, they've given everyone, more confidence. Kevin's trusting. A lot of teams are double teaming, and he's just making the right simple play and simple pass. But they're having fun, and they enjoy playing together. And so that's the biggest thing right now.
How well did you get to know Jacques when you guys overlapped? I know you had mutual friend and teammate on that Kansas team when he was there, Terry. But how well did you guys get to know each other beyond just playing one another?
Well, like I said, we knew each other in college because we played against each other for 2 years. And then just, like I said, being in the NBA, and I had a chance to reach out to him when they said it was official that he had the job. And you never want to see a coach lose a job like, Steve did. And it's a tough situation. You hate to see that. And then, just a guy like Jacques who's, been waiting, for a while. I thought he did a really good job in the bubble. When he had his team, I think he went 5-3 when he was in the bubble, and just how he had his team playing. And so, it's a tough job. It's a tough situation, as far as when you got to fire a coach and, you bring a new guy in. But he's well deserving, and I think he's ready. Sorry, Andrew. Yeah, I didn't answer your question the right way, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Yeah.
The Nets were pretty similar to the Clippers, where it was a bit of a slow start, and then they've won 3 of the last 4. You won 5 out of the last 6. How do you kind of prepare your team when they still have a losing record, but that's not what they truly are?
Like I said, we got to focus on ourselves, and we've been playing better basketball as of late, but we still have some room for improvement, and we understand that. And so, like I said, any team with Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons and the guys they have over in the other locker room, they're always going to be a challenge. It's always going to be a tough game. So it's not an easy game by any imagination. And so we understand we got to be on top of our game if we want to come out with the win today.
Ty, you guys have had success with Kennard in the starting unit. What is it that you like him starting the game with those guys?
I like the way he's able to space the floor. I think with the attention that Paul is, having on him with other teams' defenses, he's allowed to get open shots because they double team PG, and now the ball moves, and now you have Luke Kennard as the number 1 3-point shooting guy. Last year getting open shots, and so playing off PG, playing off Marcus. I think Reggie, when Reggie's attacking, getting downhill, making plays, it just opens it up for Luke to get more shots.
Ty, I'm sorry. Just, do you mind? Since basically the San Antonio game, it seems like the offense has found some rhythm. What do you see with that, or what's changed, or what have they figured out offensively?
Well, number one, I think some of the guys are playing better. That's one. But just trying to get guys in positions where they can be successful, I think, is the main thing and the main focus. Like I said, when Norm's playing well, when Reggie's playing well, and we've known for years when Reggie plays well, we're a tough team to beat. And so when you get Norm back playing well, Reggie's playing well, T-Man's been great the last few games. And so now everything's starting to click at one time. And so that's been the biggest thing for us, I think, offensively. It's just guys making shots and putting guys in the right spots to be successful.
Hey, Ty.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You know what it's like to take over a team, once the season has begun, a team that has a superstar on it, like Brooklyn does, or superstars, I guess. But what are the particular challenges to doing that?
It was tough for me, taking over 41 games into the season, and Coach Blatt had done a great job. We was number one team in the East, and the hardest thing is you're not having a training camp with what you want to do. Kind of putting your stamp on the team and what you believe in and what you want to do. And so you can go on, when you get a team halfway through the season, it's just kind of hard to implement things that you want to do. And so Jacques is taking over pretty early, so he still has a little time. But, with the schedule the way it is, it's hard to get practice days. It's not a lot of time to really change. And so for me, the biggest thing was just training camp, not having a training camp and kind of implement what you wanted to do. And then for me, being a first-time coach where I've never done it before, I really didn't know my coaching style or what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. And so it's really tough.
Hi, Ty. Good to see you. When you coached Kyrie in Cleveland, what were kind of your takeaways of what makes him tick and kind of what he's about?
For me, he made my job a lot easier, I'll tell you that. But just, putting the basketball in his hands, he can make, any play as a basketball player. And I've always said, offensively, he has no weaknesses. He can score the basketball, can pass it, finish both hands, can post, mid-range, three-point, off the dribble. He can do it all. And so just a special talent, and so he made my job a lot easier for sure. He had leadership qualities. I think, he was young, but, when Bron got there, it was a little different because, Bron became a leader of the team, and everyone kind of followed Bron's lead. But, Kyrie will always, be there early, putting his work in, doing what he had to do for his game. And so he really didn't have a chance to take that step because Bron was there for, 4 years, and Kyrie was still kind of young.
Effort and approach were words that were used a lot early in the season. It was still early, but you know what I mean. Where do you, I know you said guys are playing better, but where do you guys, are you happy with the effort and approach now? Is it better? Can it get better?
Yeah, I think our effort was there. We just wasn't in good enough shape. I think our shape, didn't allow us to play as hard as we needed to, and so getting in better shape and like I said, guys making shots because they're in better shape now, be able to play more minutes and longer stretches. And so, like I said, Marcus and PG has been logging a lot of minutes, but like I said, they feel good, their body feels good, and so that tells you right there they're getting in better shape.
Answer it the right way, okay?
Okay.
Terrence yesterday said that when he started the year, he was confused about sort of where he needed to make his impact on a team where the roles were different than last year. And that would take him a few games. What have you seen him figure out to find the place where he is making the impact in the areas you need it most?
Yeah, we talked about it early on, just, for a young player to play so many positions, it could be tough. He plays the backup five, he plays the backup point when John's out on back-to-backs, he plays the three, he started at the two the other night, so it's just tough for a young player to play so many positions. But I talked to him a few games ago and just said, get back to being who he is. And, don't worry about the position you're playing, but get back to running the floor hard, attacking the basket, offensive rebounds, hard cuts. And just do that. If you make mistakes, we'll live with those mistakes because you play hard. And so what he's been doing defensively, picking up full court, bothering other teams, best players, just trying to be a pest, he's been great, and so when you have a young player that can do a lot of different things, it's kind of tough because, like I said, he could get confused by playing a lot of different roles. And so I'm just happy he's back to playing the way he's capable of playing. And we kind of got our rotation set, as of right now until Kawhi gets back. But we kind of found a rhythm and kind of found a flow of how we want to play. Thank you.